Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I don't even know what to say anymore. It really is a crazy time that we're living in. To take something as tragic as a horrific plane accident and to blame it on DEI is the most reprehensible, grossly, I don't even have the words. God hold those families close, because not only are they dealing with losing their loved ones, but they're also dealing with the leader of the free world who has literally stomped on them again after losing their family members. You're literally stomping them out by saying some of the most vile things. There are investigations that are ongoing that we still don't know all of the details of what has happened. And to speak on it and to take this time and this platform to then further twist the knife of doing away with DEI programs and the like is just the most disgusting thing that I've seen in a long time. Even from someone who does some of the most disgusting things. And you always say, well, you can't be shocked anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Because January, we are in the final day of January. It's the wee hours of the morning and I can't even really sleep because I've just been, the whole accident has just been on my heart, you know. You guys know that I lived in the DMV for 15 years. It definitely has a special place in my heart. And, you know, flying out of DCA airport was a regular thing, you know, for me and friends and family and all that. And, you know, knowing the lay of the land and seeing the video of this actually unfolding is so, it's hitting close to me, you know. I don't know where the direction this country is going. I honestly don't know. I know we got boycotts going on. We got all kinds of things going on. I'm not even gonna walk down that road right now because this is taking precedence over this. But to say that a program that was specifically created, first of all, do people even understand what DEI is? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. These programs were not set up to just give any old body or any old, you know, unqualified person jobs. It was put into place because there have been many incidents over and over and over again where you have qualified people overqualified folks for jobs and they keep getting passed up. And it has come to be very clear that it's because maybe they're a woman, or maybe they're black, or maybe they're Latino, or whatever the thing is. They could be, you know, some sort of physical, you know, disabled, whatever. This is why programs like this were put into place, to make sure that everyone has an even playing field, because it was never fair from the beginning. And to be honest, I feel like we're going back into that world. And the fact that there are these large corporations standing 10 toes down to roll these programs back, and they're saying it with their full chest, is really concerning. It's frightening. It is the most unbelievable, unspeakable acts that I have seen in your face other than things that we've seen during the civil rights movement. And I was not born in that time. I came into the world after that, a few years after that, because I'm a 70s baby. But this, I don't even have the words for. Instead of just saying that we will do our best to investigate the situation, and when we have more information, then we will share with the public. Don't take any questions and just get off of the pulpit. That's all that was needed at that time. Not for you to further drive home and use this platform or this particular incident for you to then come back and just disrespect the hell out of people. And it's just unbelievable to me. There's so much more to dig into this. There's, him getting rid of people in the FAA and Coast Guard. And we could talk about all of that stuff. But like I said, I am waiting for the report on what has happened before I even comment on all of that. But you can Google all that information and look at that for yourself. Because we're already seeing that it may have been an understaffed situation when it comes to, the aviation tower or whatever the case may be. That's already trickling up. But again, we need to know all the facts before we start putting, our thoughts on things. So I do have a lot of thoughts. I do think there's a whole lot more that's going to come out of this. But I'm so disturbed by it all. We're not even 2 weeks in. Are we even 2 weeks in? No, we're not even 2 weeks in. And things are crazy. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I don't align myself with that sort of rhetoric and what have you. But I definitely am a person that has their eyes wide open. And I'm looking at the situation. This is not, they're trying to be covert. This is truly what they're showing you to your face. I would implore people in general, but especially the Black community, Latino communities, because that is my platform serves those two communities the most, and the Caribbean, anything in the Caribbean diaspora, African diaspora, however you want to say it. This is not the time to be separating yourselves. This is not the time to be infighting. This is the time to link up with your organizations and make sure that you have proper backing. This is not the time to frivolously blow money on nonsense. This is the time to save your money, pool your money together, own businesses, own homes. Even if 3 or 4 of you got to put in on it to own it, because this is not even really going to be a thing of black and white or whatever. This is the haves and the have-nots. This is elitists in their horrifically finest hour. It really is. And it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And they know that it doesn't, but they're hoping that you don't know that it doesn't. Just pay attention. Don't get too comfortable in a spot. I know that buyouts were offered and all of this, and it's so confusing because information keeps changing all the time. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes like that. Just don't. Don't let them do it. It's going to seem like, it's an amazing offer and all these different things. I know that we're still dealing with the aftermath of the fires in California. And I know the folks of Altadena and these areas, my heart is with y'all. I've donated in different places, done as much as I could do. I'm all the way on the East Coast, but man, I think about them all the time and I haven't stopped. I try to repost and, reputable organizations who are doing the good work on the ground. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot happening. But we cannot get off course. We cannot get distracted. We can't listen. The man is in office now. Now we have to really start paying attention and do the work of truly supporting each other as a community. The infighting, the backbiting, all of the things that we have been guilty of. We got to put all that to the side. We have agendas and we have goals that we have to achieve, and it takes a community and a village to do it. So that's just my thoughts on the situation right now. Again, once I learn more, doing my own research and looking at more alternative news. I know big news places, they have their fair share of information, but you got to look at a lot of independent news as well who don't have, quote unquote, skin in the game, because they tend to tell a story through the eyes of the people on the ground. And that's really what you want. Anyway, if you want to follow me on social media at Onyx Queen Media. Oh, and I want to say one thing too. I know that people are boycotting. I know that there are things happening and we're picking and choosing and everybody's making their decisions. Well, I do have a newsletter. You can go on my website and sign up on the newsletter. If I really get, a great amount of people signing up on the newsletter, I just may leave social media. Social media for me is not the biggest deal in the world. Social media for me does not make money that way. My website does. There's other ways, but social media for me is not a direct link to that. I could never post on Instagram again and I would be fine. And that's just the truth. I do have social media for my clients until my clients tell me otherwise. They will still have their social medias up. You guys make your individual decisions on what you're going to do. If there is another social media platform out there that we need to be checking out, I am checking out Fanbase, trying to see, what Fanbase is about and considering investing in Fanbase is something that you may want to look at. They got a lot of great things going on over there, but again, it's something that has to be vetted and, do your research. That's all I can tell you to do. But for now, Instagram is the easiest place to find me. Yes, I do have a YouTube page if you want to subscribe to that, Onyx Queen. And my picture is pretty much the same everywhere. So you'll see my picture. I've got like a black head wrap on, so you guys will see that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But for now, I will be on Instagram at least. I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I could take it or leave it sometimes, but all these different organizations are rolling back, and this is a great example of us needing to put something together so that even when they decide to snatch it away, we have other means, So I'm definitely working on that. But yeah, that's it for now. So at Onyx Queen Media on Instagram, easiest place to find me. And, if you guys have other alternatives for things, let me know. I will definitely seriously check them out because we need a change, and a change gonna come. Bye, you guys.